All right. Good morning, everybody, and really apologize to many of the followers on FUNDCHAT that you have that we've missed you guys for a couple of weeks. And in fact, after this session, we would be also taking a break for the year end. As the new year 2024, the dragon year, is very exciting. There is a lot of content, a lot of requests coming in, and topics that we cover is more than just a conversation on crowdfunding or even like crowd investing, because we look at what the investors or the business owners or the industry is moving. We don't just talk about trend, but we talk about being practical. We talk about experience. We bring on expertise. So, today's session, in fact, we are very honored to actually have Board of Investment to sending their senior officer to join us on the call. And EP.08, episode 8, Fireside Chat, is a topic that many of my international business connection that they are very keen to know, how safe, how secure, is it viable to do business in Thailand? What are the incentives? What are the benefits? Is it difficult to do the connections? A whole list of questions. So we bring up this conversation, investment opportunities in Thailand. We probably may not be able to get deep into the detail of every single information, but the windows and the doors are open. You know where to reach me, and of course, there are also my team and the rest of the people that it can reach out to. So let me begin by shedding light on the critical aspect of that shapes the economic landscape globally. Okay, so I believe some of you have already, that is actively, checking out and reading like global investment competitiveness, where to put the money, who to go to, which industry is best. So as we navigate this intricate web of international finance, it is really imperative to recognize the transformative power of foreign direct investment and the role it plays in the steering course of nation towards prosperity. Probably in the past, people talk about just loan from banks and loan from country, but today the conversation has changed. So over the past few decades, FDI, foreign direct investment, proven itself to be the really resilient force, weathering the storm of financial crisis, emerging actually as the preferred private capital, where friendships are built, business are exchanged, relationships are extended. So that's the reason why in fact, all countries that I know of have established their conversation of board of investment. I usually like to call them the salesman of the country. So this preference is not without reason. And the landscape of capital inflows into, has also evolved, shifting away from like what I say, the traditional bank loans towards like the whole dynamic realm of FDIs and portfolio management. So it gets more exciting. And you probably have also read reports all over that how global leaders are out there enrolling investors, each into their country. Like what you have been reading on the news, our Prime Minister's Thai Prime Minister, Mr. Sethar, has been out there enrolling international investment into Thailand, refreshing and giving that level of assurance. So economies actually champion the free flow of capital across border. So citing its ability to empower capital, and to seek out for, of course, all these capital owners want to seek out for a good returns, right? So, what are the other res of the aspect that the investors or the capital owners are looking for? So this whole free movement serves as a very, very powerful task. And of course, there is also the risk consideration, the mitigation, and the key context of it. Many a times, it is that we hear constantly. It is all about enabling diversifications. Okay. Especially with the current ESG conversation, the traditional industry that are quote unquote not classified as green enough has to evolve. So what do they do, right? So this whole global integration of capital market foster a dissemination of best practice in corporate governance, accounting rules, legal traditions, level of transparency, and then of course it also acts as a conduit for the cross-pollination ideas, driving progress on a global scale, right? Innovation doesn't stop within one country. Now innovation look at what are the global needs. And of course, AI is always on the hot topic, blockchain, digital asset, a whole lot more. So I just wanted to mention the recent UNCTAD World Investment Report 2023 actually unveiled stark reality where they talks about developing countries are facing a widening annual investment deficit in their pursuit of SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. So by 2030. So there is a lot of gaps where right now it stands per their report, a staggering 4 trillion a year, a significant increase from 2.5 trillion in 2015 when SDG are or will or were adopted. Okay, so because of the change, the evolvement, the social inclusions, and a whole good list of conversation that were placed as priority to make the world a better place. So our recent conversation with the Federation Thailand Productivity Institute, we were also discussing about, can we measure quality of the investment such that we can support or justify that new conversation? So again, just some numbers, before we get on into the main topic, is that the global FDI actually witnessed, this is in according to the UNCTAD's report, okay, the global FDI actually witnessed a 12% decline. But, it actually influenced the trajectory of investment policy and capital market trend. Very interesting, okay? And, of all particular concern, you hear a lot, green, sustainability, renewable energy, clean energy, new energy, okay? Where developing nations actually requires 1.7 trillion annually, okay? But they have only attracted less than half of the amount. So despite all this, the whole lion's share has found its way to developed nations. So what does this mean for global investment, right? Um, and of course, we talk about also competitiveness. So it is a call to action for collaboration. 2024 is a year of collaboration and innovation. Okay, as investor and also business owner, but let's talk about investors first. You have the power to drive change. Listen again. As an investor, you have the power to drive change. A channel of investment towards sustainable and inclusive development. So nations, in fact, cut across, the world, must foster. All the country must learn and also must foster environmental consideration. So that would actually motivate and encourage to retain investment within their country. Okay, and recognizing this, the imperative of aligning economic growth with environmental and social responsibility, the resilience of FDI, all right, is never limited to just weathering financial storm. And that's also the reason why Sinwattana set up this whole new conversation that's going to happen on 15 March, the Global Investment Confluence, where we look deep into this whole entire conversation. And we welcome every one of you to join that session on 15 March in Four Seasons Hotel. And also to summarize very quickly is that the FDI should also extend to propelling nation towards future where economic growth is synonymous and sustainable. Okay. In conclusion, when we talk about this whole conversation on investment, global investment competitiveness, it's not just a buzzword, but a shared responsibility. Remember, I said year 2024 is all about collaboration and innovation, right? So we'll make today, we all work together, okay? A better world tomorrow. And let us as investor and also the nation and of course providers like us, supporters like us, together forge a path towards a future where prosperity knows no boundaries, okay? Where the benefits of global investment are well distributed and supported, cutting across the different nations. So without further delay, let me invite Ms. Kritsana Saeheng, Investment Promotion Officer, Thailand Board of Investment, to shed some lights on Thailand investment promotion policies. So she has very much a lot of experience dealing with international business that are entering Thailand, where she has worked her way up. Her credential is very known in the industry, and she has very much a lot of experience where she would be sharing with all of you. And should you have any questions, please do send in to us, whether if it's through Facebook or through the messaging system. All right. So let me bring on Ms. Kritsana Saeheng to share on this vital conversation of new economy, new opportunities. How do Thailand investment promotion policy bring you the future wealth when you invest in Thailand? Okay, so Ms. Saeheng, over to you. And there may be some questions that comes in, but we will keep all the questions to the end. When you're done with your presentation, okay, and your sharing. So over to you.
Thank you very much, Kun Hong Sin. First of all, I would like to thank Sinwattana to invite me to join this FUNDCHAT program. Okay, I think today the investor will be know more about the BOI and what the BOI measure that we give to the investor to make you sure that you can happy to enjoy investing in Thailand. Okay, this is my topic today. And my discussion today, I divide into three parts because there is a lot of things about the BOI. But the first part, I will present you the BOI policy, and I want to focus about the sector of opportunity that we want you to invest in Thailand now. And apart from the BOI incentive, BOI also give you the supporting service, many service to you. So let me start with first of all, I want you to know what about the BOI. Thailand Board of Investment, or the BOI, is a government agency under the office of the Prime Minister. Our core business is to promote investment, both investment into Thailand and Thai overseas investment. We provide tax incentives such as the corporate income tax exemption and corporate income tax reductions, together with the exemption of import duty on machinery and raw materials, and also the non-tax incentive, such as the permission to own the land and visa and work permit. Moreover, BOI allow the promoted company to be 100% foreign share ownership in some activities. Apart from the incentive, BOI also facilitate the investor in many kinds of service, such as we can arrange the meeting among the government agency. And the outcome of the previous investment promotion strategy, which expired in last year, 2022, and this launched for 8 years before, show that the application for investment promotion reached to 11,000 projects and is contributed to almost 3 trillion baht in investment. Out of the total amount investment in the EEC area is reached 1.8 trillion baht, and the investment in the targeted industry was 2.1 trillion baht. And since January in the 1st of 2023, BOI has announced the new investment promotion policy. During January to June this year, application for investment promotion was almost 900 projects, and it contribute to 10.1 thousand million baht in investment. Investment in the targeted industry was almost 8,000 million baht. To compare with the same period of the last year, we saw that the value of the investment application increased by 51%. And top 5 countries that invest in Thailand are China, Singapore, Japan, South Korea, and the US, respectively. And as I told earlier, that BOI has launched the new investment promotion policy that we designed based on 7 pillars of the investment promotion strategy. The target is to promote investment that transform the Thai economy into the new economy. The new economy that we define has the 3 characteristics. The first one is an economy driven by technology, innovation, and creativity. The second is economy that is highly competitive, resilient, and producing high growth. And the third is an economy that signifies environmental and social sustainability, opportunity creation, economic disparity reduction. And the mechanism to push this policy success are the incentive package that we designed, along with end-to-end service for both pre and post investment. And we try to ease the ecosystem and ease of doing investment. And this slide summarizes the 9 measures for investment promotion under the new strategy since January this year that we initiate to incentivize the investor to invest more or doing something more for an attractive tax incentive return. And I will elaborate more in the next page. And this page that show the investment promotion measure for the targeted industry. We define 10 targeted industry to be promoted, which are comprising the agriculture, food and biotechnology, medical device, medical products, machinery and vehicles, electrical and electronic, metal and materials, chemicals and petrochemicals, public utility, digital industry, creative industry, and the high-value services. And the classification of the corporate income tax exemption, because we rank in this industry, how many years of the corporate income tax exemption that will get is defined in between A group and B group. As you will see, the level of how many years of CIT exemption you can get is defined by manufacturer, like the level of technology, the linkage on the supply chain. Apart from the CIT, the company can earn other benefits in terms of exemption duty on machinery, the exemption of import duty on raw material that used in research and development, and exemption of import duty on raw material used in production for export, and other related of non-tax incentive. And this slide shows the measure that we call the competitiveness enhancement, which is designed to provide the additional period of CIT exemption, which can be up to 13 years. It is depend on the amount of the investment or expenditure on the technology and innovation activity, such as the R&D activity, and also the activity that related on the human resource development, and moreover, the investment that established of the Institute for Advanced Skill Personal Development. This kind of three expenditure make you can enjoy the more privilege of the CIT exemption. And this measure is called Retention and Expansion Program. It's designed to incentivize the existing company to continue their manufacturing base and investment in Thailand. The relocation program aims to stimulate the comprehensive relocation of the business operation, including manufacturing facility and regional headquarters, and also the R&D center to Thailand. And these two programs provide the extra of the year of CIT exemption, but these two programs will expire in the end of this year. And this measure, the investment stimulation measure for economic recovery, is designed to attract the large-scale project invest in 1.5 years. But the company must submit the application within this year because we want to stimulate the economy. And this kind of investment can enjoy another 5 years of CIT reduction. And BOI are not only attracting the investment into Thailand, but also we promote the existing company to continue investing to improve their business by various aspects, such as to introduce the automation system and to use digitization for improving the operation efficiency, or to invest in energy saving or renewable energy machinery, such as the solar roof project is most popular investment right now, and also to invest to reduce the environmental impact. This kind of measure, the existing company can enjoy 3 years of CIT exemption from the existing operation. And apart from the FDI, BOI set the investment promotion measure for Thai SME by we give relaxing on some conditions, such as the condition of the minimum of investment from the original that must commit to 1 million baht. We relax for Thai SME only to 5,000 baht, and providing the extra incentive by multiply the ceiling of the CIT exemption. And besides this, we try to bring the Thai SME to join the global supply chain by trigger a kind of business matching activity, for example. And apart from the basic incentive of the 10 targeted industry, BOI also has the area-based promotion measure to push the investment into some special area which are suitable for a specific industry and some other agenda, such as the promoting the investment in EEC areas and special economic zones, industrial park, science park, even in the area that we classify is a province that have the low per capita income that's comprising of 20 provinces across the country right now. And the last measure is the social and local development investment program. This program is designed to make sure that no one left behind while we are developing the economics of the countries. The investment concept is the supporter who can enjoy the corporate income tax exemption from the BOI have to support the parties or community, such as community enterprises or local administrative organizations to strengthen their capability. The cap of the CAT incentive is calculated by the amount of the support expense to the receiver. And as you can saw that many activity and many measures that BOI we are launched, but to promote around many activity, but the concern of the global challenge and such as the decarbonization and technology disruption, pandemic and aging society, and also the trend of the investment that focus on green and smart investment. And there are many factors that influence the decision of investment location in the future, such as the market aspect, infrastructure, logistics, and moreover, the new factor that came along with the world crisis, such as the trade war. So I want to present you the sector of opportunity to invest in Thailand that have a three sector now. So the three sector are the BCG economy, EV industry, and smart electronics. So let me start with the BCG economy. Because there are unprecedented demand for the global resources, the world population is growing by 83 million a year, meaning that an extra 1 billion people on the planet. People are living longer and expecting greater mobility, improved product, and better service as the technology develops. Also, there is a decline in cultivation area, so we cannot rely on the finite fossil resource to meet these demands. And fossil also cause carbon emission pollution. So we have a responsibility to protect our environment and tackle the effort of climate change. The bioeconomy or bio-based economy is the knowledge-based utilization of biological resources, biological processes, and the principle to sustainably providing goods and service. And bioeconomy respond to the environmental challenges that the world is facing now, the oriented to reduce the dependence on natural resources, transform manufacturing, promoting sustainable production, while growing a new job and industry. And bioeconomy also offer many solutions to mitigate the global issue. It provides sustainable and nutritious food. Bioeconomy also gives us more sustainable product, such as it can converting agricultural residue into the renewable fuel. And bioeconomy brings about the new and efficient method for health treatment. And moreover, it helps reducing waste and pollution. So there is a forecast that the full climate change mitigate potential of biotechnology process and bio-based product could reduce about 1 billion to 2.5 billion tons of carbon emission per year by 2030. And Thailand is the Southeast Asia prime destination for energy, material, and biochemical sector. Since Thailand produce many types of agriculture and food products like the cassava, sugar, meal rice, bioplastic, and apart from the bioeconomy, under the umbrella of the BCG model, circular economy aims at reusing and recycling the resources and green economy. This means to keep economy, society, and environment in balance, leading to sustainable development. And to commit the SDG goal, BOI sets many activities under the BCG model to be promoted and give the highest incentives, such as the activity of smart farming, plant factory, novel food, and health and medicine products, biological drugs and gene therapies, and also the biomass power plant or biorefinery. These are the opportunity to invest under the BCG model. And there are many supporting institutions that are promoting BCG initiative in Thailand right now. And the second sector of opportunity to invest is EV industry. Thailand continuously accelerate its next generation automotive industry as an automotive hub in the Asian. And Thailand was ranked the 10th automotive producer in the world. We could claim that the complete supply chain of automotive industry was built in Thailand for a decade. Thailand had a strong supporting industry ranging from plastic, rubber, metal parts, tires, interior parts, seats, electric parts, and safety system, for example, which help complete the country automotive supply chain. And in terms of automotive parts, Thailand has almost 2,000 of the tier 1 to tier 3 operator. And now Thailand has 22 automobile company and also 12 motorcycle company. And Thailand has announced the aggressive ZEV target, which are called at 30 at 30 visions. It means that in the year 2030, 30% of car production in Thailand will be ZEV, which means BEV and FCEV. And of course, the demand of battery and also charging station and other supporting system is needed also. And this slide shows how BOI promotes various activity in the battery electric vehicle or BEV industry, including BEV platform and the development of the software and digital platform with an aim of developing the country as the Asia manufacturer hub of EV. And BOI also encourage the manufacture of other type of EV, whether the BEV, PHEV, and BEV platform to invest in mega project that worth investments not less than 5 billion baht by granting the maximum incentive that they can get the 13 years of CIT exemption, but in case that the company also invest in the R&D activity as in the one project. This show the activity that BOI also support in the FCEV and fuel cell system. And because the electric battery is the key part of the EV industry, so why not BOI will not support this activity? So BOI supports all type of battery producer, whatever they do, just only pack assembly until the cell production, which is the most typical one, and deploy advancement of production technology. And the last sector of opportunity is smart electronics. There are many driving forces that push demand growth in smart electronics because the Thai government incentivizes enterprise to adopt many automation systems, IoT, Internet of Things, and digital technology to apply in many service and manufacturing process. Apart from that, electronic product and parts, particularly smart sensor, IC, and chips, will be required to enable and automate gathering of environmental information with embedded monitoring system and digital network. And because developing urban center into the smart city is one of the core pillar of the ambitious to Thailand 4.0 policy. Digitalization drive currently underway in the Thailand, together with the smart home and smart living. And the last one, because it's driven primarily by consumer-related needs. So the IoT market in Thailand is forecast to reach value of $2.2 billion by 2030. And since I said that smart electronic product require the crucial part which called semiconductor, And the strength of Thailand's semiconductor supply chain is reflected in the availability of companies from upstream to downstream. Thailand encouraged the business in the wafer fabrication since we believe that it was a missing link which could be fulfilled in order to strengthening the supply chains. Therefore, 8 to 13 years of corporate income tax exemption will be granted for this kind of related activity in semiconductor industry. And now Thailand is an export hub for semiconductor part because we are now export around 80% of the total production, including other midstream products such as the IC and PCB. And this slide highlight the key midstream needed to invest to close the gap of smart electronic industry, such as the microelectronic part and electromagnetic part. And since Thailand, we aim to strengthen the ecosystem and facilitate business activity, many supporting factors are developed to serve a desirable electronic and electrical ecosystem. First of all, smart electronic courses are available in many institutions in Thailand, allowing the country to provide sufficient highly skilled workforce through the industry. And moreover, IDA platforms and NEPI will encourage the transition of the country and company to be digitized, especially in the field of data analytics and digital platform to respond rise in global and domestic demand. And also Thailand has focused on facilitating and incubating startups through the establishment of the digital wallet for foreign and domestic investment. And the location will offer a comprehensive infrastructure that can serve a variety of industry. And lastly, the Thai Microelectronics Center or TMEC was built to provide benefit in terms of cost effectiveness and speed up the lead time of the production. And this slide displays that the top 10 electrical and electronic products that manufactured in Thailand now. The top 3 electronic products in terms of the production value were computer components and accessory, IC, and wireless communication device. On the other hand, the top 3 electrical products in terms of production value were air conditioners, cameras, and components and refrigerators. And after being under the pandemic, the export of electronic products from Thailand expanded by 17.1% year over year to the value of almost 67,000 million US dollar in 2021. And however, it is important to closely monitor the market for any potential impact from the lack of semiconductor and inflation, such this factor could affect the market demand. And to increase the demand for semiconductor parts and change in consumer behavior toward digitalization have led to significant growth, both imports and export. In 2021, Thailand's highest semiconductor import of around 4.7 billion US dollar were from Taipei and followed by China, Japan, Korea, and the US. And regarding export, Hong Kong was the major destination for Thailand and followed by the US, Singapore, China, and Japan respectively. And foreign investment projects that submitted to BOI in electrical and electromagnetic industry what saw almost 600% year-over-year growth, increasing from 6,600 million in 2021 to almost 4,000 million in 2022, along with 86 growth in the term of project number. And moreover, the E&E industry received the highest foreign investment submission across all sectors of the BOI. And this is the list of the E&E company that have the production in Thailand, and high value exported product came from the three main hard disk exporter, which comprise of HGST Thailand, Seagate Technology Thailand, and Vestel Digital Thailand. And Thailand has always been recognized and promising investment destination, and development of high skilled labor has been a top priority for the country. The educational system has been a key engine in this effort, producing over 62,000 graduates for the workforce. Electrical engineering and industrial engineering are the two major fields of study that have produced the highest number of graduated in the product development and process improvement in the industry. And this is the last topic that I will provide. I will share that will I provide many service alongside the investment and promote both Thai and foreign company to make sure that company has no doubt and less obstacle for doing business in Thailand. In addition to providing incentive, the Board of Investment offer a range of service to the One-Stop Investment Center, or we call OSOS, to facilitate expedite the investment process for the company. At the OSOS, we are dedicated to streamline the application process and providing comprehensive support. We can assist you in submitting your application efficiently, saving your time and effort. Furthermore, our team can help you navigate and liaise with relevant government agencies, such as assisting with the company registration and facilitating communication with industrial estate in Thailand, for example. Additionally, we understand the importance of timely and efficient visa and work permit processing. Therefore, if your documents are complete, we can provide you with visa and work permit issuance within just 3 hours. This service ensures a smooth transition for investors and expatriate workers, enabling them to commence their operation in a timely manner. And to increase the country attractiveness as a regional center for living and doing business for high potential people, Thailand is creating a new visa which called the long-term resident visa, or LTR. LTR visa will be offered to 4 categories of individuals, which are the wealthy global citizens, wealthy pensioner, work from Thailand professional, and highly skilled professional. Also, a spouse and dependent of the LTR visa holder will also qualify for the same visa as well. And for those of you and your colleges seem to best suit for the highly skilled professional for this category, the application must work in one of the targeted industry, and there are 14 targeted industry and 9 areas of special expertise. The privilege of offer to the LTR visa holder are truly remarkable, and this privilege include a renewable of 10-year visa with multiple re-entry permissions and 1-year report to the immigration instead of 80-day report, and plus the permission to work in Thailand granted to the digital work permit. And in terms of taxation, LTR visa holder in the type of highly skilled professional category will get the 17 personal income tax rate. The government has approved a one-stop consultation mechanism that we call the headquarter biz portal to facilitate multinational company in setting up regional headquarters in Thailand. It provides access to the 4 regulatory agencies responsible for such operation, which including BOI, the Revenue Department, the Department of Business Development, and the Bank of Thailand. The portal consolidates information from these organizations into one easily accessible hub, allowing an investor to learn about the headquarter business in Thailand, the application condition for incentive and the license, and also answer the frequently asked question. The appointment system allow investor to schedule consultation session with a relevant organization simultaneously, ensuring that they receive the necessary guidance for their headquarter business venture. And BOI also have the unit which called the Industrial Linkage Development. This unit provide a free of charge service that help overseas buyer source the industrial part and component in Thailand. And BOI set up the 16 overseas office around the world to assist the foreign investor who interest to do business in Thailand, and moreover to serve the Thai company that already registered in Thailand. If they want any assistance on running business, they can contact BOI at our regional office apart from the Bangkok office. So this might overall my total presentation to you what about the BOI policy and what BOI give to you to invest in Thailand. Thank you.
Kritsana, is a lot of things, a lot of information flow, and also I believe some of my international business associates actually also reaches out and say one of the key questions that couple of them asked was the process that you mentioned earlier. Exactly the day that they say, okay, we're gonna invest in Thailand. Do they go straight to BOI or do they go and find a lawyer?
This is a most frequently question. For BOI, we welcome to the investor to directly contact to us, because we also have many kind of service. Just only if you just only think about Thailand, you can firstly contact RG as the OSOS one stop service, because at this unit we consolidate other agency, government agency, and also the private sector or the IEAT as well. If you want any information, we can consolidate the information and just arrange a meeting to you at this OSOS. And once if the investor want to submit the application for the BOI promotion, you can submit, because now we are launched the e-service. Whenever you sit in the overseas or something, you still also can submit the BOI application.
Okay, that is encouraging. That means to say anybody from anywhere in the world can get onto the BOI website, download the requirement, and submit online to BOI.
Yes.
So will there be a specific officer in charge of the clients? Or today, because especially when you're submitting overseas, with all the international messaging right now, like Line, there is WhatsApp, there is Telegram. Do BOI communicate through those channels as well?
Yes, now BOI.
Or do they have to only communicate through email?
If you go to the BOI
Sorry,
website,
Kritsana.
Can you hear me? If you go to the BOI website, and if you just click to the button, the BOI service, you can see that many services that BOI we launched. We have the Facebook and we have the Line official. Especially the Line official is we are launched for the unit or the sector. Because for example, if you have the want the consultation in the food and agriculture industry, you can go to add the Line official of the sector 1, because sector 1 they are in charge about the food and agriculture. And also we have the BOI online clinic. It's a kind of service that the investor can have a meeting online, or you can walk into the BOI headquarters. But if you are in the overseas, this kind of service we call the CSU is available online to you to make an appointment to do discussion and what's about the BOI incentive.
Mm-hmm. I see. Well, that is definitely very helpful because I think I remember 10 years ago when Sinwattana first started the journey, uh, you know, at that point of time, it wasn't so digitally available. Um, and therefore, a lot of work is like, we have to go into the office to seek out for the officer. So it is good that how Thailand has also transformed digitally to be able to provide these services to the international audience for the international investment to have easier access. It is very encouraging, and there is also another conversation is like what would be like, I mean, because you mentioned about sustainability, you mentioned about ESG, right? So what would be, I mean, you also talk about like the support of BOI in terms of supporting sustainable and responsible investment. So can you like give some example if there are current cases like these?
Mm-hmm. Okay, for the measure of sustainable or try to this measure is applied for the existing company. It means that they will have some business, they will have some production line that already installed in Thailand, and those production they will consume a lot of electricity. So if they will install the solar rooftop in their factory roof to reduce the amount that they just to reduce the amount of electricity that they have to buy by use the renewable energy from the solar. This kind of investment we are promoted, or some kind of environmental impact reduction, such as if the company now they have the wastewater that emit to the environment. So if they invest in some kind of machinery that can reduce the amount of the wastewater outside their factory, or to reduce the about the toxification of that wastewater, we I also promote this kind of investment.
Mm-hmm. So, but for those businesses that are entering Thailand, assuming they take into consideration of all these factors that you have just mentioned, will they get a faster process? Like, will they be like, let's say your process usually takes 6 months, for example, okay? Will they, with all these criteria of ESG, will they get approved faster?
Now we have the online channel that you can submit, and we try to approve this kind of investment as soon as possible. The information is completed.
Okay, it's very encouraging to see how BOI is actually serving the current needs. Like I said, in my earlier sharing about FDIs and countries are also looking at other than just money, they are also looking at whether if the company is coming in with good sustainable and innovative ideas and businesses, or they're just coming in with money. And nonetheless, also like in the investment space, we are also hearing from the conversation of family office, looking at any investment that they put in. It's all about how sustainable are those businesses and are they green enough for their future generation. So it's quite encouraging to see that. And probably one last conversation, which is also close to heart of many, as Thailand has been very attractive to many of the startups and international SME space. They see Thailand as very attractive and they want to enter Thai market. Does BOI actually support the startup scene?
For the startup, if you want to see the opportunities or to see some kind of the partner or the technology available in Thailand, as I told that I have many services so that we can just make the meeting and make the arrangement to see the market. And apart from that, apart from the service for the granting or funding for the startup, because we promote Thai and foreign investment, and for the investment package that I already told, we still have another track that they call competitive enhancement act, that we can give the granting for the startup, but this kind of funding is must be the project that have the high impact to our country, especially in the term of technology and innovation.
Okay, it's very encouraging. So global startups, Thailand welcome you on various sectors and industry, and there are incentives, there are also programs, and also allow me to support Kritsana has just mentioned, is that we works with people like the National Innovation Agency, and I met the executive director Kun Pariwat just yesterday, where we talk about what it takes to support the international startups that are entering Thailand with various programs, incentives, and support. And vice versa, the Thai startups are also looking at probably your country, the international region, to expand their services and their products overseas. So I'd like to thank Kun Kritsana for taking your time. You're doing great in your English language, and I believe you are having a lot of international people approaching you. So for BOI conversation, the Board of Investment conversation for Thailand, they are now very, very, very accessible compared to 10 years ago, So, and also, there are a lot of friendly staff in their organization that we have worked with. So, FUNDCHAT episode 2024, allow me to also say that, we were reopened after January 15. And the FUNDCHAT conversation has always been at heart of Sinwattana to serve the audience and also to bring on the expertise. Basically, our focus is really about sharing, educating, maybe addressing a certain pain point, that there is a certain demand for a certain context and conversation. So let me also take this opportunity to greet every one of you Merry Christmas, because we probably don't get to see each other online until next year. And also a very happy, prosperous, collaborative new year. And it's the year of the dragon. Let's have a lot of good things coming all our way, and also lots of opportunities out there to collaborate. So คุณกฤษณา thank you very much for representing Board of Investment to support this conversation on FUNDCHAT episode 8 about investing in Thailand and opportunities in Thailand ขอบคุณนะคะทุกท่าน
Thank you very much ขอบคุณค่ะ